Basically, a new trailer for Devil May Cry came out today, and it's about the Devil Breakers. The arm replacement that Nero has. We know almost nothing about it, and we finally got some info on it. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even call it info. I would call it like straight facts of what the specific Devil Breakers actually do. Like for so long, we wanted to know what the arms did, and we finally have some gameplay showcasing and talking about each individual arm. I feel like they didn't talk about all the arms, or either they only talked about some of the abilities that the arms were able to do. Now, with one of the Devil Breakers, you have a Devil Breaker called Gerbera. It has a variety of abilities. They said it takes away projectiles and all that stuff and sends shockwaves, but then they also showed the Gerbera throwing out little tiny energy beams and an actual Kamehameha. Like, it shot a freaking Kamehameha out of his arm. We've seen this in previous trailers, this particular ability, but we didn't really know a lot about the Gerbera. So it shoots beams, and he uses it as shockwaves. He uses it for shockwaves and movement abilities. That's pretty cool. I probably will use this Devil Breaker like 90% throughout the whole game. If anything, the Gerbera or the Devil Breakers are being used as more of like an ultimate ability, or like like in the Naruto Storm series, there's the regular abilities and there's the finishers or whatnot. That's how I think of that item, or that like ability. Well, I can't take that back. Well, there's two Gerberas. GP01 is the secondary one. It gives you that's the one that gives you movement abilities. The other one's like the beam thing, but you can, like, while playing the game, they're interchangeable, so you can constantly change them out while you're playing the game. I like the other one a little bit better, but also if you like movement abilities and combos and whatnot, this Devil Breaker would probably be a lot better for that particular thing. There's also the Pasta Breaker. I know, Pasta Breaker. It's literally just a Devil Breaker arm that like if okay, you can use the rest of your Devil Breaker scraps to fuel this Devil Breaker, and it's mostly used for like a last ditch effort kind of thing. Also, apparently when Nico was just lying around about to make food, she got a weird idea, like, I put a fork on an arm, hey, what the hell kind of mess with it? That's just weird. Even though it's kind of weird, it still does have this cool guided missile kind of thing, and it looks like it's mostly used as more of a stun thing. I don't know if you can stun bosses and whatnot, but it looks like you can stun fodder enemies. It's a weird ability, but I personally like it, because after you run out of your other Devil Bringers, you can just use this. Well, Devil Breaker, then you can use this one as like a last ditch effort kind of thing. That's a really cool, thought process or thing that they put in the game. Even though it is strange, it is really, really strange. Honestly, if I was Nero, I would totally be using this to eat pasta with. I'm not gonna lie. Next up is Sweet Surrender. Basically, this is like a more of a support ability rather than a utility ability. Basically, it will heal you over time while you are fighting. I don't know what the other abilities are besides that. There's another thing where if you break it, you can surrender the gauntlet or whatever, and it will heal you for 3 bars. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that you can do that, because like if you're literally about to die, boom, you sweet surrender and you're Gucci. You Gucci. But I like Devil Breakers, or like abilities that actually do damage. Support abilities or utility abilities are cool, but they don't really do damage. Like when I play video games like Overwatch, I usually go for, if I do play support, it's more of like a DPS support. If I play a tank, it's more of a DPS tank. If I play any offensive character, it's more of high damage offense characters. Like it's a weird thing, but I do like this Devil Breaker. If anything, I would combo it. Oh, you can only have 3 Devil Breakers or 4 on you at the same time, so I would always have the Kamehameha with me, the Sweet Surrender, and the third one, I don't know. It's probably just going to be random or miscellaneous, or depending on how I play the game, maybe I might want the freaking posture breaker because it's funny, bro. Like I would have just troll a demon, you just freaking throw it out. It's so weird. And lastly, there's the Mega Blaster. You literally become Mega Man. You have his his walking animations, you have his dodge animations, you have his jump animations. They went into detail with adding this in the game. I personally think it's weird, but I also like it at the same time. You know, why go for the original Mega Man? They always do that. Like in Smash, literally it's the original Mega Man. I mean, what about, Mega Man X? What about like Zero? You could have added them as well. They look cool too. But at the same time, I love it. Like it's an homage. It's a nod at Mega Man, and they should really put some other things in the game, like what's his name? He's a demon. He's red. He has a gauntlet. Also, there's an Overwatch character with a gauntlet. Just saying, if they wanted to go that route, just say it. I'm just saying. Honestly, I wonder what combos you can do with this Devil Breaker. Is there like how like in Smash or either in the game itself you're able to charge up the shot itself and then just shoot it out? I wonder if you can do that, or I wonder if there's other abilities along with the Mega Man blaster as well, like him throwing out like freaking shuriken or whatever, like in Smash, or doing other things like that. Like I want to see not just him shooting out the little pew 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 pellets. Like I want to see him like actually do some major damage with this thing. There's actually one more, the Overture. They never actually explained that in the trailer itself, and I don't remember a lot about it. But it looks like the first gauntlet they showcased, where it has like movement abilities and whatnot, or shockwave powers. But overall, I like the gauntlets. They seem really cool and unique, and there's a lot of thought processes. There's a lot of effort put into each and every one of them. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say I'm not gonna miss his original arm. Yes, his one arm didn't really have a variety of different abilities, but now he has, with the Devil Breaker, he has a lot more different powers. But I like the demonic aspect of Nero. You have his cool looking arm, and he's like constantly in a devil trigger, which is dope. But at the same time, it's a modern day era, and they have to like make it more modern. But I also say if it's not broke, don't fix it. They could have also added stuff in the game where if you get, how like Dante kills a boss and he gets weapon from that boss, he could also do that with the actual like arm that Nero originally had. Like give it different abilities and powers based on what boss it has killed and whatnot. I would have loved to see that, but also I do like the new arms and whatnot. They're pretty cool, and I also hope that they never bring the old DMC back. So screw that game. It's gone now. It doesn't exist. I have the game, but I've just never played it ever again. Also, if you're a huge fan of Devil May Cry, I am a game developer myself, and I'm currently making a game that is similar to Devil May Cry. And I have original characters, original concepts, a really good story. It's more of like a dark fantasy thing, kind of like Devil May Cry, Dark Souls, Skyrim, that kind of stuff, and Berserk, heavily based on Devil May Cry and Berserk. If you wanna help me make the game, you can contribute. You can help by contributing via Patreon and whatnot. I had 3 patrons, but over time, that stuff gets, it adds up after a while. You can, help me make a video game, and then the patrons who help with the video game, you guys are gonna get it for free. And I plan on releasing it to Steam. I would say in about a year, depending on how fast I can actually make the game itself. All I need is the assets, and then I can just go on from there and create the game, because the coding is actually pretty easy. And all I need is the assets, and that's something I don't really have. The character animations. And also, I've been able to pour my own money into it, along with the people from Patreon who did donate and whatnot. And this is one of the characters that are in the game. And so far, this is just a simple walking animation. And it's after a while, it gets super expensive and whatnot. If you cannot help via Patreon, then all you have to do is like the video, maybe comment in the comment section down below and tell me if you like the character design, if you don't like the character design. And I've created a lot of characters, and they've all been through a lot of concept designs and character designs and whatnot. Also, if you donate as a patron, your name will be in the game. You can literally design your own character, and I will 100% put it in the game. And you know, there are so many perks to becoming a patron that it's just crazy. You know, this is like I have a small, like I have a semi-small community, and that's cool, and I love it. And I also want to be I'm also somewhat a big part of the Devil May Cry community with my previous videos. My first videos was poo poo, by the way. My other videos are actually really okay, and I hope to, you know, become better as a YouTuber and as a game developer and coder in the future. And I want to make video games. That's my biggest passion, my biggest focus in life is just to make video games. I love, you know, video editing, graphic design, coding, and whatnot. But I'm going to school for game developing and whatnot, and it's just really fun to me, and I love it, and I want you guys to be a part of the journey. I want to make a playable demo. Like if you guys can, you know, help me out on Patreon. I want to make a playable demo within about 3 months time, and then I'll upload it to YouTube, or I can make it a patrons only thing where I can just send you guys the video and whatnot. It depends, but like, subscribe, and peace, and I'll see you guys in the next Devil May Cry video. Thanks.